A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yeah! Here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Yeah! Here we go. Here go, kill. Here go, 47. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Prescott. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Intended for Javonte Williams. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And he is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Pickens, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, uno more. Here we go. 118. Hey, south.
Stroud sets up the play action. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right. On 18. What's that?
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. On 18. What's that? Texas.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
All right. Why Tony? On 18. What's that? Whoa. Look the hot.
Stroud now on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he is caught by Lane. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wait, check. We're going to 53.
Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Aubrey now for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. 21-0 our score after 1. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. What's that?
Barkley inside handoff. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Hey, uno.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Stroud. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Stroud to throw it. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Look the hot. 18. What's that?
The throwing again is Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
11. Hey, uno Mars.
Stroud looking to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Sets up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
At 18. What's that?
They'll run forward Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's right.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go. Check it out. Movement. We're going to 54. Right here.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Prescott from the gun. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
46, 46, 46.
Now Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go! Go, go, go! Get out there, get out there! Hey, 47! 26!
Blue. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
Yeah, here we go! We're going to 53. 26.
Prescott on play action. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
Here we go, 46.
In motion left, the tight end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Hey, uno Mars, uno Mars, uno Mars, uno Mars, uno Mars. Look to hot, look to hot.
And Stroud now to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Saquon Barkley. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Handoff, Blue running right. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5.
Yeah, here we go. 40.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. 40.
Prescott now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, kill. 40.
On play action, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it is 28-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
That's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Finding space at the 40. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
Hey, south.
Back to throw again. They intercept Stroud again, the third time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And the Eagles are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Stroud off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go. At 18. What's that? Tonight.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown. Kylan Granson from a yard out. And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Stroud. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. 19 Texans.
Again, it's Stroud.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Donovan Ezeraku. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Stroud. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia!
Kylan Granson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off the autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
First down, Cowboys.
On 1st down, it's Blue.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Prescott. That's going to be caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Gets this out wide to Pickens. No gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Throwing, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He's got his man in the crossing route. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, 47. Yeah, here we go. Hey, check line, hey, 47. Gun. Swerve, hey.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Yeah, here we go.
To the air again, Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw it. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1.